because what you call technology merely amplifies human engine. Public address system through which I'm addressing this group is only amplification of my voice. This technology only enables me to speak into it. The camera that's taking these photographs is simply an amplification of the capacity of my eyes. The smartphone that you're using, that you have at your disposal, is a phone that amplifies your need to send texts and hear voices from across the world. So you can see the Industrial Revolution 4.0 is the end of industrial revolution as we know it, because this is not an industrial revolution at all. Industrial revolution was 2.0. 1.0 was the revolution in terms of agriculture, where leadership was more muscular. 2.0 was methodical. That's where the industrial revolution broke out in England, with the machines coming in, steam engine coming in. 3.0 was fundamentally the internet coming up and the Berlin Wall going down in the 1990s. The spread of information, so leadership was more relational, you can relate to the world. But 4.0 is fundamentally different from all of that. We come back to a place where the human being begins to recognize that most of the work that we were trained to do in universities and schools and colleges, memorize something, analyze something, and express what we memorize in the answer sheets and do what we were told to do, taught to do, and we could hold a job for 20 years, 30 years, doing more or less the same thing. That's not going to work anymore. Because the thing that you did as a teacher or as a student, information, store information, produce information when on demand based on a certain formula. Algorithm, that's what it is called today. The word algorithm is another wonderful word for formula, right? So you could do this because you had a brain capacity that could use the biocomputer that you call the human brain was trained to do it, but that is precisely what the computer is taking away. It can store information, retrieve information, give you example. Can't compete with all these noises, so if you want to listen to me, this has to stop. Otherwise, I step down and go away. For God's sake, bear with me. So is it possible that you understand that when you hail a cab, when you go to Bangalore and call an Uber taxi, as opposed to doing it about 5 years back when you actually had to wave at a taxi, and then if the driver saw you and the driver saw your waving hand and you made eye contact with the driver, then there's a chance that you can get into the taxi. But now you don't have to do that. All you have to do is through a search engine, you have to look at which is the closest cab and you book the cab. The cab comes there at a precise place that you asked it to come. And then you get into the cab, and as you get down, you pay through your card or PayPal or whatever it is that you pay through. And the whole transaction happens. The scanning, the searching for a driver, for an appropriate car is happening through a mechanism that can do it much better than you can. So imagine your human brain, which was engaged to finding out that cab from multiple cabs. That brain's job of scanning has been taken over by something much smarter than the brain, the capacity. So you have an extended brain. All you have to do is to key in, allow that algorithm, that machine, that digital ecology to sort out where the car is, and it's going to come to you. So that sorting out process, analyzing process, which is what we are trained for in schools and universities, is going to be taken over by something else which is smarter than you. So what are you going to be left with? Not what the computer can do, but what the computer can't do. That will be the basis of education going forward. What the computer can do is behave more like a human being. But what the human being can't do is behave like a computer. If you start behaving like a computer, then your jobs are at stake. Are you with me this morning? So a computer is more sophisticated as it mimics human capability, but a human being is more sophisticated as it stays away from what the computer does best. That's going to be the new revolution going forward. And so what will be the function of professors and vice chancellors and teachers and directors would be to create the atmosphere where you can use that part of the brain which will be valuable in the industry, in the market. You know, the highest paid jobs in the world today are not from Harvard, MIT, IIM, IIT. It is from an undergraduate program in Oxford called Politics, Philosophy and Economics. Now you may wonder, why are these guys getting the highest salaries from McKinsey, BCG and other great companies? Because they are able to do what a computer cannot do. They're able to think critically, they're able to reimagine, they're able to see the larger world unfold, they're able to see culture, as our friend from Japan would remind me about India. And so fundamental shift that's happening in the industrial world is going to impact education, because the ability to think like a computer is not what is going to be rewarded in the future. The ability to think more like a human being, imagine like a human being, do something that the computer cannot do. You see, when the greatest chess player plays the computer, the first time the chess player wins, Kasparov, world grandmaster. Second time the machine closes the gap. Third time they're almost equal. Fourth time the machine wins. Now you should not jump to a conclusion that the machine is more intelligent than Kasparov. Certainly not. The machine has only copied all the moves that Kasparov is capable of and is able to reproduce what it has copied much faster than Kasparov himself. But the machine cannot create the chess game like a human being has created, that has enthralled the human mind for years. So the fact is, what the machine can't do, you have to do. And so what a human being can do, and these are competencies that you have to acquire as professionals going forward. You are finishing your MBA and you'll be going to the big bad world of business. And the first job will be a trial. You will be in multiple jobs in your career. Don't worry about the first job. You're not going to be there anyway for too long. Because there are no jobs out there. There are only and jobs are going to change, grow, morph. The top 10 companies that hire today did not even exist 10 years back. Google, Amazon, they did not exist as recruiters. They're in campuses today. Now, the first thing that you have to recognize in terms of your capability as a professional, as an MBA, I'm addressing this largely to students, okay, because I think you will probably learn a lot more here than anyone else in the room would. The first thing is replace your goal with your purpose. You know, there's a difference between goal and purpose. Very often you confuse goal with purpose. My goal is to get a job, but there are no jobs out there. In fact, most people think that students are looking for jobs. They are not really looking for jobs. They're looking for customers for their dreams, for their aspirations. They want to do something meaningful in life. Most students think that way before they get corrupted by peer group. They are dreaming something.